Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Jitendra, I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and I am going to talk about 13th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Actually, in my previous video, I have already covered the 17th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita of this particular chapter, and the rest of this particular chapter I am going to cover. Here Lord Krishna stated, ज्योतिषामि अपि तेजस्वती तमस परम उच्यते ज्ञानजेय ज्ञानगम्य हृदि सर्वस्य विशिष्टतम. Here Krishna stated, he is the source of the light in all the luminous object, and he is the beyond the darkness of the matter, and also he is unmanifested. He is a knowledge. He is the object of knowledge, and he is the goal of knowledge, and he is situated in the everyone's heart. Here Krishna stated the Supersoul. Here Lord Krishna described about Supersoul. What is this Supersoul? Supersoul, here Krishna stated, he is the source of the light and all the luminous object, and he is the beyond the darkness of the matter. He is beyond the darkness of the matter, and he is unmanifested. Soul is unmanifested, and he is knowledge, and he is the object of knowledge. He is the goal of knowledge, and he is the situated in everyone's heart. Super soul is situated into each and everyone's heart. इति क्षेत्र तथा ज्ञान जेय चोक्ता समासतः मदक्त इति दिजाय महाध्वनो वापे पद्यते उपपद्यते. Krishna further stated, thus the field of activity is the body. Kshetra kshetragya sambandha, the relation between the soul and also body. Thus the field of activity is body. The knowledge and knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotee can understand this thoroughly and thus attend to my nature, which attend to my nature. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated, Prakriti Purusha Chevaha Vignyanado Ubhavapi Vikaraniya Guna Sreva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavam. Here Lord Krishna further stated, material nature and living entities should be understood to be beginningless. Material nature, our material nature, three mode of the material nature is very difficult to understand. The living entity should be understood to be beginningless. It's a beginningless. There is a no beginning. And this transformation and mode of the material matter are product of the material nature. कार्य कारण कर्तव्य हेतु प्रकृति उच्यते है पुरुष सुख दुखान भोक्तु हेतु उच्यते है. Krishna, Masudev, Madhusudan, Mukunda further stated, nature is said to be the cause of all material cause and effect, whereas the living entity is the cause of all the various suffering and also enjoyment in this material world. Purusha prakristaho hi vide prakriti jnana gunana karana gunastasya api sadeva sadomi janmasuhu. Here the living entity in the material nature thus follow the way of life, enjoying the three mode of material nature, and this is due to his association with the material nature, and he meets with the good and evil among the various species. Krishna further stated, Upadrashta nu mattaha cha bharta prokto maheswaraha paramastopi chapu yukto dehastapi cha paraha. Here add, in this body there is another, the transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, supreme proprietor, who exists as a overseer and also permitter, and who is none as a super soul. Super soul. Here Lord Krishna described about super soul, the relation between the kshetragya, about the relation between the body. Body is like a kshetra or field, and kshetragya means the honor of body is only our soul or super soul. यह एव व्यति पुरुषो प्रकृति च गुणो च सर्वथा वर्तनापो अपि न स ब्रूयो न बीजायते. One who understand this philosophy concerning the material nature, the living entity and interaction, one mode of nature is sure to attain the liberation. He will take a birth, Here again, regardless of his present positions, he will surely take a birth, regardless his position. ध्याने आत्मानः पश्यन्ति के चिदात्मात्मानः अन्य सांख्य योगेन कर्म योगेन चापरे. Some perceive the super soul within themselves through meditations, okay. Other through the cultivation of knowledge, and still other working without fruitive desire. Sankhya yoga, karma yoga, chapare. People would like to know about the soul or the super soul by the different way. Someone would like to know the super soul by bhakti yoga, by karma yoga, and by sankhya yoga, and also by jnana yoga. Lord Krishna further stated, अन्यः तेवम जानतनः श्रुवात् यस्य प्रय उपासते ते अपि चातिरन्तेन मृत्यु श्रुति परायणः. Again, there are those who, although not conservant in the spiritual knowledge, begin to worship the super soul or super person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authority, they also transcend the path of the birth and death. They also transcend the path of the birth and death. Krishna further stated, यावत् संजायते किंचित सत्वं स्थावर जननगमः क्षेत्र क्षेत्रय संयोगतः तद विधि भरतवर्षः. O chief of Bharata, know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and knower of the field. Only combination of the field of activities and knower of the field. Lord Krishna further stated, Sama Satru Bhutesu, Sama Sarvesu Bhutesu, Tishtanta Anta Parmeshwaramaha, Vinasvatata Ani Asmata Yatha Pashyanti Sa Pashyanti. Yes, Yasyati Prashyanti Sa Prashyanti. One who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul in all the bodies, who understand that neither the soul nor super soul within the destruction body is ever destroyed, actually sees. Neither soul nor super soul will destroy it. The person who sees the super soul in each and every living entity will never do anything wrong with anyone. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated, Sama Prashyansi Sarvatra, Sama Stitama Sri Parmeshwarama, Na Hinatasya Atmanameva Tato Yatam Paramagatimaha. One who sees super soul equally present everywhere. Lord Krishna here clearly stated, one who sees the super soul is equally present everywhere. Super soul is equally present everywhere. In every living being, doesn't degrade himself by his mind. The super soul will never degrade. Even our mind has been degraded, but the super soul will never. Thus, he approaches the transcendental destination. That person surely approaches the transcendental destination. Prakriti evamev cha karmani kriyamanani sarvasya ya pashyanti tatha atma katara sa pashyanti. One who can see all the activities are performed by the body which is created all material nature, and see that the self does nothing. Self does nothing. Actually sees we are not doer of anything. Our soul and all three modes of the material nature which definitely associate all of us in the material world, in the material activities. Lord Krishna further stated, Yada hi bhruta prathaga bhavam eka sthanam anupashyati tata tata ivacha vistarasya brahma sampadate tadaha. When a sensible man ceases to see different identities due to different material bodies, and he see how beings are expanded everywhere, he attained to Brahman conceptions. Anadivya trigunana tvaparam madhyam avyam sarira astopi kante na karoti na lepyanti. Krishna further stated, what does Krishna say? Those who the vision of eternity can see that the imperishable soul is transcendental. Imperishable soul is transcendental, eternal and beyond the mode of material nature. Despite of the contact with the material body, O Arjun, O Konte, O Prutaputra, the soul neither does anything nor entangle. The soul neither does anything nor entangle. This is what Lord Krishna stated. Lord Krishna further stated, Yatha sarvagata somaksana akashah nopalipyanti sarvatra vastito deha yathatmana no api lipyanti. The sky, due to its subtle nature, does not mix with anything, although it is all pervading. Sky is all pervading, it will never mix with anything. Similarly, the soul situated in a Brahman's vision does not mix with the body through the situated in that body. Lord Krishna further stated, यथा प्रकाशन्ते कुतस्य लोकमीम रविः क्षेत्र क्षेत्रो तथा कुतस्य प्रकाशन्ति भारत. O son of Bharat, as a sun alone illuminate all this universe, so does the living entity one within a body illuminate entire body by consciousness. The consciousness of soul will decide whether fall down in this material world or not. So the self-realization is required. So Kshetragya Sambandha, the relation between the body and the soul, which required to understand and by which we can get a redemption of our body, progression and redemption of our body and also soul, and we can easily make ourselves free from the cycle of the birth and death. Lord Krishna further stated, Kshetra Jayora Vamtara Gnana Chakshushaha भूत प्रकृति मोक्ष च ये विदु यान्ति ते परमः. हे कृष्णा, हे वासुदेव, हे मधुसूदन मुकुंदा, Krishna stated, those who see with the eyes of knowledge the difference between the body and the knower of body, difference between the soul and body, can also understand the process of the liberation from the bondage in the material nature and attain to the supreme goal. That person will surely attain the supreme destination, supreme goal. This is what Lord Krishna stated. So I hope you all can understand the difference between the soul and the body. Kshetragya. If you are having any comment, any question, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.